A year ago, when Sweetbriar College was enduring a life-and-death struggle, another women's school in Virginia was flourishing. Hollins University in suburban Roanoke is the oldest women's school in the state. Even though it's only a little more than an hour from Sweetbriar, the two institutions are miles apart in many ways. So what is Hollins doing right?
The challenges to women's colleges these days are pretty significant. Young people who attend a women's college and alumni of them are, generally speaking, remarkably enthusiastic about the experience they've had. You talk to a graduate of a women's college and she will tell you with great enthusiasm and fervor how powerful the single-sex experience was. The problem is, on the front end, the young people these days do not envision themselves attending a single-sex institution. 98 out of 100 young women taking the SAT nowadays will tell you that they're not interested in considering a women's college. And those that thrive have had to do very specific things and do them at a very strategic level in order to thrive.
I'm from Dallas, Texas. I chose Hollins because mainly the writing program. I started looking at small schools up in Virginia because the area has great horses, and I knew I wanted to go to a small liberal arts school, and when I started looking at these schools, I found women's universities, and I got really interested in what a women's university was and the benefits, and because of that I found Hollins, and I fell in love with it.
Women's colleges that have thrived have, in our observation, done at least one of three things, and oftentimes all three. One is there are institutions that have a significant enough endowment that they can cover the deficit between what limited market demand creates in terms of net revenue and what it costs to operate a thriving and intellectually vigorous institution.
Building the endowment became a strategic objective, which I was committed to, and our Board of Trustees shared that commitment. A strong endowment gives you the flexibility in good times to invest in new programs and ideas, and in bad times to weather the storm.
Two, there are institutions that have extended beyond their traditional undergraduate women's college mission.
Today, we are a small university with a commitment to rigorous liberal arts education for women at the undergraduate level, enriched by 8 co-ed graduate programs.
The most interesting thing I find is the third thing that institutions have done, which is to realize that young women who don't want a women's college may nonetheless want something that a particular women's college offers. And they may be willing, in fact even interested, in attending a women's college for something they want in spite of, rather than because of, the fact that it's a women's college.
So what is that something else that Hollins offers? It could be a nationally recognized writing program, an alumni network with a growing internship program, or the university's leadership school.
One of the most important skills that I've gained since I've been here is relationship building, but not just in friendships, not just in leadership positions, not just networking, in all of those areas. And I think that's what's so great about Hollins, is that you can build those skills, but in so many different tracks and so many different areas.
Something that Hollins has that a lot of schools don't have is a leadership program.
And formal authority is less hierarchical in many systems. And so the power has shifted. What did you think about that notion?
Our first beginning class is really about renegotiating your relationship with authority and kind of learning about that leadership can come from different places, not necessarily always the person in authority.
Meredith, we're proud of you.
Thank you.
And one very special connection students have is with their president.
P. Gray. We only call her P. Gray.
We are also increasingly hearing that our alumni network is indeed a competitive advantage, and being
in addition to the alumni network and the academic programs, another selling point is a diverse student body.
The date of the banquet is April 13th.
And I think we all take great pride in helping each student find and be her best self with no pressure to fit into a particular mold or act a certain way or be a certain kind of personality.
I would say it is a very unique group of students across all experiences, spectrums, race, ethnicities, gender identity. I often hear that students feel welcome on this campus being who they are.
I can talk about it during our update.
Okay, yeah.
Today we have approximately 25% of our students who are students of color.
I'd like to be able to balance so that students can see themselves in our leadership. And
I think I was always open-minded, but I don't think I was as open or as understanding.
I'm very proud of the work we have done to date.
I honestly believe that if you are who you are at work, you should be the same person all the time.
We still have work to do in learning to listen to each other, in learning to understand that people come with different backgrounds, and we need to learn to be able to see the world from perspectives other than our own.
You pick Hollins for the academic rigor that it's going to provide you and for the tremendous network with alums and internships, but you stay because you connect socially.